Why have I not heard about this? The graphics is quite insane. Risk everything as hunt consumes you. So hunt means something, I guess. But where's the $250 pack? I don't understand. Why would I buy it if it's only $30? Where's the $100 pack? Where's the $250 pack? It has a really healthy player base. Is it season-based as well? We need to see a trailer. Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys, you need to see this comment. This guy got really angry with my take yesterday. In this video where I talked about like female custodians and other wokeness, this dude read the damn law. Custodians are not space marine. The process of creating a custodian isn't the same and not exclusive to male due to the gene seed. He really didn't like that. You definitely don't know much about the law at all. And then exactly the same with a smiley. I said read the law, your video is not. My video is the law. He got so angry. Like I said, read the law. Your video is not, but you're trying to jump on a bandwagon. No, I'm not. I think that's why Warhammer 40k has a bad reputation. I should write trailer. Check out some Rakta set hunt showdown clips. Alright, let's check the trailer. I check. So just straight up, it looks badass.
Thanks, Otis. So much for being quiet.
Just get the clue and let's move out. Got it. We are not alone. Doesn't matter. Just stick to...
You got one.
You were saying?
So it looks very group-oriented. Is that true, or is it just for the trailer?
Get any new holes in you? Not that I noticed.
Got any new holes in you?
Looky here. This
You're
one's
gonna
an
play
adult.
solo,
No
only
thanks.
against duos and trios.
Smile.
Wait, what does that mean? Magic. You can play solo, only against duos and trios. Am I reading it wrong? Does duos only duo mode and trio? Okay, so there's no solo mode in this game. Then do you have to sign up with a friend, or do you get like auto-queued with other people?
Okay.
Okay. So solo players play against teams, fair enough. Yeah. You have the same risk in Taco and in Dark and so on.
Let's cook up that bird nice and proper, shall we?
After you.
Remember what I talked about yesterday, I think it was, where I would like the colors to come back into gaming instead of all of these
After you.
gray scenes. Like, I think this looks cool, but I think it would look cooler if it was more colors than just gray. But that's just my opinion. The characters have colors on them, so that's nice. Holy shit. That looks badass. I think that's really nice. And then with the anime background music. Let's appreciate that for a moment, how much this clashes. Like this visual with this music.
Shit.
So you have drugs in that game too? What the fuck?
Banish that thing. Let's get the bounty out of here.
I'll do the honors.
Well, I'm guessing everyone knows we're here now.
Yeah.
Yep. What next? Now, we see who's hunting who.
After you kill a boss, you have to banish it, and everybody sees it. That's kind of cool. You said Rakta? Best spell it, yes. $1,000 hours, what the fuck, bro? You must really like that game. Trying to see if he has a newer video, but I guess the easiest would be to go in here. New living figure buffed and it's insane. Is him killing things? Yeah, let's try this.
Hello everyone. Today we will take a look at the sniping in Showdown 1896 and how it changed. Because of the bullet drop and all headshots being lethal at any distance, it changed a lot. It's not only long ammo spitzers that is viable, but also compact ammo rifles. Especially the brand new infantry sniper with high velocity ammo. I consider this to be the best sniper at the moment because it has very little drop, fast fire rate, no recoil and tons of ammo. Long ammo has the advantage of high damage, so you can 2-tap to body at pretty far distance. But headshot is headshot, and now it's easiest to do with this new weapon. You are about to see the best sniper games I've ever had in my life, even before this bullet drop update, so you have to try it yourself. Enjoy.
The one thing I really like about what I've seen so far in this game is that they've chosen a really good time period to do this. Of course, guns were quite good back then and so on, but they weren't so good that it doesn't make sense not to use different weapons. Like a crossbow is still quite good in this time age, and having a like single round rifle where you have to reload every single time, that means that someone with an axe could still fuck you up if you miss that single shot. So it kind of expands the weaponry, so you have multiple different I want to say functioning or working playstyles, and I really like that, and that is just not something we see in Tarkov. Like, you don't really have a lot of different playstyles in Tarkov. Like, you cannot go melee, that is not an option. You can go sniper, but that is usually the same weapon that you kind of go close range or medium range with anyway. It's only for the giggles if you want to do something like a bolt action rifle. In this game, after you extract, you level up your character, but if you die, you lose your character. Oh shit. Sounds kind of cool and kind of rough, but could be fun. I like the idea that you can kind of become the server boss if you've leveled up enough. That would be a fun mechanic.
Oh, someone is close.
Levels don't mean much, fair enough. Guns are cheap. Jesus.
Oh. Okay.
Like, he definitely knows what he's doing.
Oi.
What did he see that?
That's a spitzer.
He's definitely not afraid of just being out in the open and taking on the entire server. Sounds are very important.
I think there is still one more team though, not this one.
Is the sounds better than Tarkov?
That was delayed.
Yeah, sounds is
it's
also
like a
super
thing.
important in Tarkov, but
Maybe not.
they're not the best.
Oh,
East. The fucking maniac. You don't play Tarkov, so you don't know. What the fuck? Dude, that's a cool character design. Is there only one boss per map? Or are there multiple bosses?
I don't see them.
He's not missing a beat.
Better than me.
What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
I don't see the spitzer. Oh my god.
One or two bosses per map.
Dude, you just look at them, they die. It is what it is.
How many people has he killed now? Like a million?
Last one is Apricot. I wanna see, I wanna see him snipe with that. Oh. Okay, is it gonna necro? Which one? Which one?
Most servers have max 10 players. Well, two more and he's killed all of them.
I kinda wish he had shot me, man. Oh. Because that headshot would be very, you know,
That's well. Yeah, fair enough.
if he did with that uppercut drop.
It looks quite fun.
He rest again. Wait,
Jesus Christ.
everyone rest.
I think it would be a really fun, like, not campaign, but co-op game. Kind of like Dark Tides or something like that. Like Dark Tide and Vermintide and such.
This guy's pushing, I think. Crazy sniper, man. Oh. It's kinda hard to spot until I see muzzle flash, man.
Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure the longest snipe, what I've seen on this map, is like from here to Gasworks. Like, you know, that's probably the longest you can do. Yeah, because, you know, the bullets despawn at 500 meters, and the pings also respawn at 500, so you can measure, like, if I can ping there, it means that the bullet go there. But here, the bullet doesn't go there.
Oh,
Because I
really?
cannot ping there, you know? So, like, here is exactly like 500
There is a
meters.
trait which after you die you can
could be like
revive
the
once
longest
in
snipe
solo
possible on this
or
map.
your team and do a trial. Sometimes you kill the same person twice. Yeah, okay. He has so many button runs. Oh shit, now he's getting fucked. It's definitely
Dude, I'm like, oh, it's
like
a grunt
a
eating on
simpler
the floor.
version
Oh,
than
it's a bullet.
Taco, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Because Taco is like the learning curve is immense and just
Okay, that didn't
insane.
even look like headshot. Then.
What the fuck was that?
Not optimized? Well, for some people, yeah. For like the mid-end PC. But overall, probably not. But maybe you are the lucky one. Ah,
Nope.
Mundistries.
What is he doing there? What is the... Like he's going black screen and then doing things with his hands? What is that? That one. See how many guns he has. So he has a rifle, a pistol, a spear, a zombie thing, another pistol, a weird pistol, some healing, something here. Looking for
That's a long
clues for boss or looking for the player holding the bounty for dark side. Fair enough.
Too high. She needs to walk into it, man.
What do you get out of like what is the reward for the bounty? Do you get experience or money, or how do you measure progress?
Yeah, the fire rate, no recall, it's kinda scary, not gonna lie. Oof. Okay, how far is that? There we go, man. The rest one may be coming.
More experience and level. So that's... what is the progression system here? Is it like Sea of Thieves where you don't really progress but you're just having fun and doing it over and over again?
Ah, he's gonna choke as well. Oh! It's a long ammo sniper, look. No headshot, but a lot of damage. Wait, who was that?
Kinda. Fair enough. That is how games used to be. Like there are
Damage is
missions
still
and
there,
stuff.
man. It's Quinn with katana.
It's mostly the fights by the fun of. Yeah, okay. So you continue playing the game because it's fun and not because you need the next level or anything. That's cool. He gets an updo. I wanted to watch this one just because I'm curious to see if there's any good games coming out. I think this was relatively 2 weeks ago. That's decent enough for me.
And everybody, and happy. On September 3rd, two of the heaviest hitters in the video game horror business are teaming up for the casting of Frank Stone. This is the latest interactive narrative nightmare from Supermassive, the studio that gave us Until Dawn and the Dark Pictures anthology, but it's rooted in the lore of Dead by Daylight, the supermassively successful multiplayer horror game that's been going strong since 2016.
Dead by Daylight.
PS5,
Dead by
Xbox
Daylight
Series,
is super.
and PC. Also that day is
That's
GT Manager,
quite a
which will
cult
help you
following,
coordinate the
doesn't it?
logistics of a space mission for the teenage heir to a tech.
Dead by Daylight. I believe it has a decent amount of players. Yeah. 47,000, that's very respectable. And it's held really good numbers for a long time. So you can see like, it is a very, very healthy looking game. It's really hard to get those kind of numbers for that long.
Fortune, a world-renowned martial arts champion who's been magically transformed into a small child, and his granddaughter who is now biologically older than him, which is probably sort of weird. I'm just kidding, that's the plot of Dragon Ball GT. This is a game about race cars, you probably figured that out for yourself. It's already on mobile, but now it's getting an early... It's involved coordinating space missions, and it's coming to PC and Xbox Series. If you want to
truck simulator in
driving a
space?
space truck, that is up to you. If you want to deliver stuff without going into orbit, Parcel Core also hits PS5, Xbox Series, and PC that day, and it looks like a cross between Jet Set Radio, Paperboy, and Crazy Taxi, so basically like a more fleshed out, slightly less ridiculous version of that awesome food delivery minigame from Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. If you missed your chance to play Age of Mythology back in the Bronze Age of strategy gaming that was the early aughts, praise the gods, because on the 4th, Age of Mythology Retold gives a full modern overhaul that hopefully looks as good as Aphrodite and runs as well as Hermes, that is on PC and Xbox Series.
I'm not sure if I'm a fan of all of these remasters and retold games and so on. Like, yes, I really like some of the games, and yes, I kind of miss playing them. But can't you just make something new and interesting? Like, if people want to play those kind of strategy games, which, spoiler alert, they don't, then make those kind of strategy games. But people don't really want it, they want the nostalgia.
If carefully clicking on little isometric things isn't your speed, you'd rather wave your arms around at big geometric ones, strap on a MetaQuest headset for Star Wave on September 5th, which looks like an even more psychedelic spin on Beat Saber. September 6th is a doozy of a day on PS5. Those adorable little Astrobots finally get a fair shake with a full-fledged game of their own. They debuted in the Playroom, which came preloaded on the PS4 when it launched in 2013, but it required the camera accessory, which was sold separately. Then they had a couple PSVR 1 games, which turned some heads, partially because they had to crane your neck a bunch to play them, but also because they were really, really good, like 90% on Metacritic good. But VR is obviously a big barrier to entry. The PS5 launched with Astro's Playroom, which was definitely one of the best free games ever come packed in with a console, and arguably, the worst thing about it is that it's too short. But thankfully, 4 years later, Team Asobi is remedying that with Astrobot, which will feature 80 levels to explore and undoubtedly a whole lot of PlayStation Easter eggs. If you own a PS5
The style is
didn't
nice.
bother with Astro's Playroom, take it for a spin and you'll see why there's so much hype for this full-size follow-up. Unless anyone has any objections, Ace Attorney Investigations Collection also drops on September 6th, and it offers a remastered, retooled collection of both of the solo
I've
outings of
seen
Miles
this
Edgeworth.
kind of
who
game
debuted
a
in the
couple of
Phoenix Wright
times, like
series,
this
and this is
series,
actually the
and I
first
don't
time
really
the
understand
second
it.
game that he's in has ever been localized. That'll be playable on basically everything.
If you would prefer to play defense on a very different kind of court, there's also NBA 2K.
Which sounds like a license play. Well,
That's
it's
too
September
boring.
4th that they
No
be out
sport
forever, coming to
games.
PC, Xbox Series, and PS5, and that is a 2D dark fantasy boss rush horror game where you fight a bunch of scary plants. So it's a little bit like Plants vs. Zombies, except the plants are the zombies. And
This
you gotta
looks
fight them
like
yourself.
Don't
I guess it's
Starve
not really that
meets
much like
Darkest
Plants vs.
Dungeon.
Zombies.
If you like games with really high numbers,
Okay, that figurine is fucking badass. I want this one. Like the one that was like 20 centimeters or whatever. That was 250 euro. So if we just multiply that by the height of this, then we have the length. So a Space Marine is probably like 3 meters tall, at least 2.5. Let's say 2.5 meters, right? So we say 2.5, 3 meters. Well, should we do this? Then we times it by 250 euro. So in theory, this statue would only be 3,000 euros. So that's not that bad. It's essentially the price of a small car.
Numbers in the title, but also Roman numerals. Well, great news because Warhammer 40k Space Marine Roman numeral 2 is finally here.
The Gears of War franchise obviously took some inspiration from Warhammer 40k, namely the combination of big chunky dudes in power armor with machine guns and chainsaws juxtaposed against beautiful destroyed Gothic architecture.
I finished this game.
Space Marine game for taking
I didn't like
from Gears of its own. It was well received,
I wasn't a big fan of the playstyle, like the combat mechanic and so on. I haven't played anything except for the campaign. I wasn't a big fan of the combat and playstyle and so on, but I loved the lore, I loved the world beginning and everything.
This may be your best bet this fall. That is on Xbox
I would just have preferred it as a strategy game.
on September 9th.
Unless you got the gold edition, which is out on the 5th.
If you're a fan of gears and cogs of a much more literal variety, a day later, Satisfactory finally comes off the assembly line after 4.5 years in Steam Early Access.
I was about to say this is not a new
This is
game.
an open-world co-op first-person factory building simulator, and based on the 142,062 overwhelmingly positive Steam user reviews of the work-in-progress version, I'm inclined to believe that version
It's crazy how Factorio essentially made a new
I'm not sure who was begging
game
for a
genre.
reimagining of the 1982 Atari 2600 game Yar's Revenge, but this month 2D Metro Solid VC into the role-playing aspect, letting you choose if you want to be a brave wanderer exploring the dangerous wilds to fight monsters, or just holding it down as a humble assistant pig keeper down home on the farm.
Like this art style.
On September 12th, Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown pulls the tarp off a completely redesigned entry in the long-dormant racing series,
is this a
offering
racing
an
game?
open-world multiplayer with fonding the next
Not gonna
Switch
care about
as
that.
Different versions.
That same day, by which I mean the 12th, Lollipop Chainsaw
What the
Repop gives James
fuck
Gunn and
is this?
Suda51's campy 2012 hack-and-slash collaboration some new pom-poms and a full tank of gas on PS5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC.
This is just
If you
taken
play a remake of a game that
whatever.
came out only 2 years ago, that day also sees the release of Wanderer Fragments of Fate hitting all of the current VR platforms. This is a full Unreal 5 overhaul of the 2022 time travel adventure puzzle game, which was received fairly well back then.
I
Will it
admit
hold
games,
up?
yeah,
I
I
don't know.
pissed.
A lot's happened since then. Not that much, but some stuff.
Remember 2022?
Okay. Let's just take a second to appreciate
Not that
this.
much, but some stuff.
Like, why is this not the beginning of the trailer? Why don't they show you making a homemade flamethrower? Like, fucking lead with that. Put some more emphasis on this. If you made this cool enough, I would play the game, but the rest just looks meh.
Remember 2022? Do you like 2022? Was that a good year for you? I don't know. I still write 2022.
Today, Self-Loss is out on new-gen Switch and PC, and the official description frames it as an emotional exploration game filled with rich lore set in a whale-worshipping, Slavic-inspired world. And just reading that out loud is a journey, so imagine what it's like to play it. If you were a fan
Looks
of the 2019
confusing.
cell-shaded roguelike shooter Void Bastards, either because
Have fun with work, Matt Gig. Thank you for dropping by.
The title even existed, well, good news, because on the 12th, its spiritual successor, Wild Bastards, drops. It is still a cell-shaded roguelike shooter, and it still has a
big fan
bad
of
word in the
this.
title, but PS5, Xbox Series, and bobbleheads based on all your favorite intellectual
Funko
properties
Fusion.
that they
Isn't
could
this
get
game
to
like
agree to be in
7
the game.
years
And
too
honestly,
late?
It looks like a fun time if you're not sick of looking at those awful things.
Listen, if you like Funko Pops, that's cool, that's fine, do your thing, but you gotta recognize that they're not for everyone. They're kind of like cilantro. You know, if cilantro was not remotely biodegradable and it totally ruined the collector.
I think Funko Pop didn't that stop being popular like 4 years ago or something?
Scene for anyway, that's coming to everything except for Xbox One. The video game, I mean, not cilantro.
Last spring finally makes its way onto last gen. Star Wars Jedi Survivor gets the PS4 and Xbox One versions we were told were never going to come out. This was one of my favorite games of last year, and it's one of my favorite Star Wars games ever, and I'm all for more people getting to play it, but I worry that this is kind of a case of it not meeting sales quotas rather than it trying to reach a wider audience, and I'm skeptical of how well it's going to run
Wasn't this a
on
really
12
bad
or 13
game?
year old hardware. Then
Like,
again,
I haven't
we got
heard
Witcher
anything
3 to
good
run on
about
Switch,
this.
so I guess anything is possible.
And
If you
everything
don't
Star
look
Wars
at
has
it
just
too
been so
closely,
disappointing lately.
don't mind the graphics or whatever. Marco Beyond Brave is a Metroidvania that you're stealing a bunch of
not gonna
monsters.
care
That day
about
is the
that.
official launch of Throne and Liberty,
Oh
which is
yeah,
a
Throne and
brand new
Liberty.
MMORPG
I've been
developed
wanting
by
to play that.
NCSoft, a company that's had a few hits in that department over the years, and it's free to play, so you are free to play.
I've heard so
PC,
much bad
PS5,
about
or
this
Xbox
game, I'm
Series
really
if you're a little
curious.
bit curious.
And if you're really curious, you can check it
My
out.
understanding is they
by showing out a
completely
little bit extra
rewrote
money for
the
one of those
combat
early
system.
access packs.
On September 18th, Dead Rising gets a deluxe remaster on new gen and PC, which I guess
I
is
remember
more of a
this game
remaster
being
than the one it
fun
got for
on
PS4
like
and Xbox
Xbox
One back in
360 or
2016,
something.
but not as much of a full-on
I think I was
remake.
16 at the
Capcom's been
time.
giving its Resident Evil games lately, but
It was
there are
fun
some
playing it
significant
for a couple
changes
of
to
hours,
gameplay,
but
including the ability to walk while aiming
I
a gun
didn't
and
finish
also
it as
autosaves.
my...
Also on September
I
18th,
don't
is
remember
UFO 50, a
finishing it at
collection
all.
of 50 different handheld devices your aunt bought you at the mall. Monkey, and he's teamed up with some pals in Madhouse, so sounds like a good.
Do I recognize any of these games? It all just looks like the games that nobody ever played.
That's on PC. On the 19th, yet another PlayStation exclusive comes to PC, and this time it is God of War Ragnarok. And based on how well the PC
I used to
port of
play
the
God
first
of
game
War
was
just for the
handled, hopefully
lore
this is
and
more
the
of the same
story,
on a technical
but I
level.
haven't cared about it for a while.
Country and also developed there. That's on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. On the 20th, Frostpunk 2 finally hits PC after getting put on ice by a short delay, so now you can have a nice chill time being the coolest mayor around and hopefully not getting left out in the cold.
This scenery looks really cool. I have Frostpunk 1, but I never really enjoyed playing it. It was too intense or too... I don't know how to explain it. It was just too heavy for me to play. I couldn't relax playing it, so I didn't really play it too much.
Literally for letting too many of your constituents freeze or starve to death. If you want something a little lighter and warmer, there's also Matchbox Driving Adventures, an arcade racer based on Mattel's other line of die-cast toy cars. While there's not a huge difference in quality between the actual Matchbox and Hot Wheels source material, this one doesn't really hold a candle to the Hot Wheels Unleashed games, which frankly are way better than they have the
Looks
right
cute.
to be.
Looks
Aside
kinda
from this
cool.
being a clear visual step down, Driving Adventures also features only 12 vehicles, which is flat out embarrassing when you compare it to Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, which launched with 130 cars, all of which were heavily customizable. Anyway, your grandparents can buy Matchbox Driving Adventures for your little cousin on all of the consoles and came out that day for everything that'll let you wax and beat 'em up based strategically minded history buffs. Crusader Kings 3 gets its Roads to Power DLC, and any 6.6 fans
Crusader
fancy for
Kings,
Civ
man,
7 to
that
drop next
is
year may want to check
just
out
such
Aura
a
History Untold. This is another big
heavy
old
game,
historical
like,
strategy game developed by a
it's
bunch
so-
of ex-Firaxis devs
has so
who worked
many
on Sid
mechanics.
Meier's storied series.
I have Crusader
Speaking of
Kings
legendary
2.
game designers, that day
I
also
tried to
sees
play it
the
a couple
release
of hours,
Epic
but I didn't
Mickey
understand it
Rebrushed,
at
a
all.
remake of the 2010 puzzle platformer that was inexplicably directed by Warren Spector,
This
who's
looks
probably
kinda
better
cool.
known for his work on games like Deus Ex, Thief, and System Shock,
But hey, Mickey Mouse and Oz. It also happens to be a pretty good month for bunny enthusiasts.
which is a side-scroller with RPG-style progression, badass, and adorable.
Okay,
Well, that
about
is set in the same
platformers.
universe as the 2019 action RPG, but it'll explore a whole new continent from a whole new perspective. Or
Oh
rather,
my God, this
perspectives,
looks
plural,
terrible.
Since now players are going to be able to swap between party members. And hey, if you didn't play the first
Why
one,
does the
worry
combat
not,
look
it's a
like
whole new
something
story,
from
so you should be able to start
2002?
here if you're so inclined. Iron Meat drops on the 26th, and that basically looks like Contra with more blood and, well, meat, which kicks a whole lot of ass, and is coming to its adorable voxel spin-off Earth Defense Force World Brothers gets its second installment.
Coming out, and the month already knew that you can play as Zelda this time around for the first
Because
time
of
ever,
wisdom.
probably, unless one of those television games lets you play.
Looks
as
cute.
Zelda. I don't know.
This looks like a game I should get my
Anyway,
wife.
it's a new Zelda. It's awesome. You can rearrange furniture and solve puzzles and stuff like that. And it kind of looks like it's almost like the portable pocket version of Tears of the Kingdom because you're doing stuff with shapes and things like that. Here's what
Have I played
want.
Baldur's
know
Gate
you
3?
like your
Yes.
remaster, but I
Yes,
wanna
I
see
have.
Minish Cap recreated in this
But
art
I
style,
didn't
so it looks
finish
like a little
it.
Rankin Bass Christmas movie with the stop-motion elves
I
and stuff.
I had this
I
really
love
weird
It's
feeling
great.
with Baldur's Gate
Anyway,
3
thank
where
you for watching. And also,
I had a
check out
hard
this
time
Doom guy. How sick is that?
enjoying
That game
the
is not out this
choices
month.
because
That game is
every
out
time I
next
made a
year.
choice,
Yeah, thanks for watching, I guess.
I missed out on the other options, and I had a hard time dealing with that. But after a while I got used to it and just did it, but then Yeah, I know. I never managed to finish it, but I got quite far, I think. I think I have 100 hours in it. Yeah. I have 117 hours in Baldur's Gate 3. It was an amazing game, and any game where you get 100 hours is a good game. Like, yeah.
That is all the Game Central Europe job. I highly recommend games, and we've got a handy dandy QR.
I think I'm gonna jump into Taco. And we'll maybe do one or two runs or something and then call it a day. Go get some groceries soonish. When I say groceries, I need to go buy chocolate so I can make cookies. Oh, this guy. Let me see. I think the problem... I'm just enjoying this guy too much. And get the law right first. The cute boy. I've been out hunting for the rare spawn chocolate, and I have found none so far. So I've thought about doing a route where we hit 4 of the stores at the same time, or not at the same time, but in the same route, and see if that solves it. Let's start. What do I have? I have this loadout. Let's just maybe go customs and have fun with that. And you walk around Denmark in like an hour? Yeah, pretty much. Basically, you can. Just take a scav game like this. So I'm thinking about doing a route where it's up here, I think. So we need to hit the stores called Normal. That's this so big. There we go. So you can see the train tracks here. So if we do this one, then we can hit this one, go here, train over here, go here, and we can go here, and if that doesn't have it, we can go back here. So we can hit 7 stores within like 2 hours, I would say, 2 to 3 hours. Then hopefully we can get our rare spawn chocolate. But I think maybe I have to admit that is not gonna happen. You have Normal in Denmark too? I believe it's Danish owned. Is it not? Yeah. Normal is a Danish brand. I had no idea, but it is fairly popular in Finland too. Nice. You probably have a lot of Danish stores. We have some very popular stores that's spread out. You might have Jysk too. I have no idea how you would pronounce that in Finnish. There's not enough N's in it for you. That's just scared. I was hoping for raiders. Get rid of this annoying having a white page on my right side, blinding me. That was just trash. I think I'm gonna play this as if there's no players in here, because we're 20 minutes into the game. Well, yeah, which also means we have 20 minutes left. So I don't think there will still be some players probably, but I think most people don't stay in reserve that long. ISS Facility Management Services is very big in Finland. Ah, is that Danish or is this just a random store? It doesn't. Oh, also Danske Bank. That's funny. Do you have Netto? Netto, you must have that. You might have that. I think it's quite good. There's a dead dude there. He looks kind of geared up. Like Netto Brutto. Yes. Netto. Nice job. Jump. Nothing of value. I feel like the chances of meeting anybody here is close to zero. That was just a scab, I think. What is that backpack? These are a lot of dead players. That down here, then this bad boy, and armor. Take the sheet. Don't put the whiskey up there, it's not that important. So at this point there's only scabs here looting. Okay. That looked like an AI. I'm certain you guys are so rich only because you created Lego. Ain't Novo Nordisk. Don't forget that. And Maersk. What else we have? We have DSV as well. So something that's really close and dear to all Danes' hearts is that we gave Norway all the oil. I think Denmark could have a claim on the oil, but we just told Norway like, you can have it. What would we even use oil for? And then because of that now Norway is being held up just by the oil industry. But to be fair, Denmark is doing way better financially than Norway. Because we didn't just live off our oil money, we actually created industries. I have no idea how much of that is true. I know a lot of things are a bit better about the oil money, but looking at how Norway's currency is just plummeting down to hell, personally, I'm not that sad about it. Duct tape. Is there anyone who dropped loot in here? Has there been no raiders in this map? This one? Feel like that mag might actually be worth it. But I'm not sure. NPX. What industries does Finland have? Like forestry or something? No sales? Like Christmas? Reindeer meat? I'm gonna have to... That would just take up the entire thing. Forestry is big. I think we also make great ships. Oh, really? I don't think I care about this. The Icon of Disease was made in Finland. Oh. Now I need to Google what the Icon of Disease are. I'm guessing it's a ship of some kind. But that's cool. I think if I just unload this ammo, the ammo is worth more than the magazine. Oh, it has different ammo. Fuck me. Oh, you definitely need to Google that. Okay, I will. Apparently metal is your biggest industry. Yeah. I could imagine Finland having a lot of metal deposits and stuff like that. Not the resource. Oh. I thought the resource. I wouldn't expect the music. Really? I'm sounding more surprised than I am, but I'm getting so confused now. Okay, so that's probably trash. This is probably kind of... Okay, so I would not be surprised if it was the music. Fair enough. Oh, what are we... I kind of need this duct tape. That was quite valuable, wasn't it? I know that's not that valuable. I was just trying to joke about metal music being the biggest industry. Like, the thing is, like, obviously I thought it was like the resources initially, but I also wouldn't be that surprised if it was the music. We won't need healing. We don't need to heal. Just don't take damage, then you don't need healing. That's simple. Oops. Why has nobody looted this place? It's super weird. Vault. This one I'm gonna throw away, I think. kind of curious what is the. Well, okay, so I know Novo Nordisk is Denmark's biggest company, because Novo Nordisk has the same value as our GDP. So with Novo Nordisk, we double our GDP, and without we half it. His diary probably not worth that much. And a lot of these things are worth weird amounts because we're kind of early in the vibe, I think. Every time I see 2 slots in these cabinets, I immediately hope for intelligence. And that is just cash money if we get it. Like intelligence is like 800,000 right now. I don't know about keys. Like, keys can be utter trash and they can be some of the most valuable thing in the game. But I don't know all the key names, like all the valuable keys. Let's check these boxes. They can have good loot too. I'm really kind of pooped on inventory space. I would really hope that I could find a bigger backpack, but not really looking like it. I don't want to bring that out, but I think to do that, need to go back and get the rig. Rig is not bigger. That took me quite a while to realize. I think all of these are probably looted by now. They all seem quite empty, yeah. I'm not wearing anything. I think heating pipe. Okay, so if heating pipe is our exit, then we can go to armored train. We can try to kill the raiders. Yeah, I would rather have a headset than a helmet. Just a quick, yeah, no one. Finland's top 5 companies by market cap is IFAC. I want an IFAC. I think I would rather have IFAC than machine parts. Feels like there's been no players in this map. Bank, elevator engineering, Nokia, Sampo, and UPM forestry. Oh. Nadia is also Danish. So your biggest companies in Finland is a Danish bank. I kind of like that. I think I'm quite sure Nadia is Danish, but I could be wrong. I know it is Scandinavian. But I would really find it so funny if it was Danish. We have a bigger backpack here. I don't remember at all what I wanted down there. If there's anyone dead here, that was. They're based in Helsinki but have a Danish CEO. Fair enough. I have some friends who used to work at Nadia. What the fuck am I looking at over there? I look up Nadia afterwards. I want to find out it's Danish. Dude did okay. Dude has a bigger. No, that rig just looks big, but it is quite bad. No? So I need to. I'm gonna bring this one up. Okay. Okay, guys. What am I doing here? I have 4 minutes. How much can I do in 4 minutes? I'm gonna try to find motors here, I think. Thought there was a motor, that would have been insane. If I cannot find motors, I'm gonna try to see if there's radars. But since I only have, there's a motor. Oh, 200,000 right there. There's a filter. Oh my god, I can actually bring that out. It would be stupid. Hearing someone being close to that. I don't know if I'm hearing radars or if I'm hearing scabs. That does. Okay. Okay. So an idea was created by merging a Swedish and Finnish banks, and later also Danish and Norwegian banks. Fair enough. I guess you got the debuff having to deal with Sweden initially. So you needed to bring in some proper resources to balance it out. Wait, what? That was a pistol. Oh my god. Okay. 2 minutes. Let's see. Could be some medic stuff here. But yeah, not really Finnish bank either, just based in Finland. Yeah. But I guess I would say it counts as Finnish, to be fair. If they merge some stuff and then they put the main seed in Finland. I feel like there must be a reason for that. I feel like Finland won that merger. Got a lot of value out of that run. How much was that? Is like the motor by itself was a couple of, like, that's 200,000 right there. Don't really care about this dude. But Then I need to open my babushka bag. Like this. You go in there. Easy. That we take that. We sell the rest. It was a nice money route, and it was just nice and calm. That's chill. Let's try to find Finland. I dislike that Google cannot search like that anymore. Finland is so fucking big. If we just compare a little old Denmark here, which huge fucking Finland. What is it, like 10 times longer or something? Fucking crazy. I would think Helsinki is like here, but I actually have no idea. Helsingfors? Where do you guys put your capital? It's not up here, that would be crazy. Helsingfors? What the fuck? So you even misspell your own capital, or what's going on? You really don't have that? Then you must have used. Maybe it's because of Danish Google, could be, but we say Helsinki. I've never heard Helsingfors. But could be, could very well be. Services netto. No, use which countries are using? This is a Danish, like a Danish IKEA kind of company, but not as big. And they are in these countries. Finland. Hylka Kaiki. Vivakti Kaiki. Very popular. Perfect. So NATO is only in Germany, Poland, and Sweden, and Denmark, of course. Okay, okay. Companies. All right. We have only around 180k people living in Lapland, which is close to 50% of our country. Jesus Christ. So just look at this. These are ranked by market cap, and we have Novo Nordisk, like our medicinal company that has the diabetes drug that makes people lose weight. It is more than 10 times the value of number 2. Jesus Christ, man. And DSV, which is also a big company. And Novozymes is like a daughter company of Novo Nordisk. So in theory, these are the same company. And Coloplast, I think that's another medicine company. Ørsted is our energy company. Then we have Danske Bank, Vestas. Maersk has been performing really poorly. There was a time that Maersk was worth more than DSV. Good old Corona. Right. Is this real? This is crazy. This is not sustainable at all. Like, what the fuck? Feels like a bug. This feels wrong. Like, I don't trust that. I don't know if this is the best site to use, but it's the one I usually use. So this one is overview. I don't want to launch the chart. So let's go back to, yeah. This one is bullshit. Something is definitely wrong here. This is, what the fuck. So you can see Corona kind of started for us in March. That's where we started having lockdown in Denmark. And we started hearing about it in February, I believe. And March was the lockdowns and such. There it quadrupled in price and then it fell off 50%. I compare. Then if we do DSV. So DSV and Maersk, in my opinion, does essentially the same, but I don't think they do. So they're both logistics and shipping companies. But I think Maersk focuses a lot more on shipping and DSV focuses a lot more on trucks and such. And I have no idea how true that is. That is just my perception. It says it operates the following segments: air, sea, and road. Oh yeah, icon of the seas. It sounds like a pirate ship. Jesus. That's just an apartment building on the ocean, isn't it? That's fucking crazy. How many people can be in a fucking waterland? A water park or whatever? I would be so fucking nervous about this part. Like, I have huge anxiety and I always imagine like worst case scenarios. Like, this just looks like a big fucking nope to me. I would probably do it and I would be so scared, but I would be so happy afterwards that I could say I've done it. And then I would never do it again. Any, like, let's call it population because it's basically a town. 7,600 passengers and 2,350 crew members. I honestly thought it would be around 30,000 or something like that. But I think it's because a lot of the space is, of course, communal space, and like, you don't live in the water park. So this water park is a lot of wasted accommodation. Then you have all of the restaurants, you have all of the like sun decks and all of that shit. Like, all of this is places where people can't stay, right? So you have to consider a lot of that wasted space or leisure areas which doesn't accommodate passengers living there. Because I think if you had this size of a building, it would probably accommodate. I thought 30,000, but maybe I'm completely crazy. Maybe, but still 7,000 people at the same places. Like, I get tired in groups of 10 or more. Like, Where does that? How much is the ticket on that bad boy? That's the whole ethical question about cruise ships. Like, it is probably one of the worst things for humanity, both like environmentally, but also a lot of the people working on them comes from like third world countries, which are just being exploited for almost no money and have to work like almost 24/7. But let's see how much it is. And I get these prices in a currency other people understand. So 11,000 Danish kroner is like 1,500 euro. Why do you show me Denmark? I choose. If I choose Deutschland, okay, let's choose American. Let's see if we're gonna get dollars. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the environmental effects are questionable at its best. But since it was built in Finland, I like to believe it wasn't built by using practically free labor. I'm I'm actually quite sure, because it was built within Europe and Finland specifically, that the production was probably as good as it could have been. But I was talking more about the running of the ship and not the production cost. What happened with the? So a lot of, because cruise ships operate in international waters where there's no law, but there are some laws, but not really. So they dump a lot of trash out in the ocean, that they're not allowed to dump within borders. And the workers, they get paid like almost nothing, and they have to work all the time. And there's just so many bad things about cruises. And I wish it wasn't like that, but I still kind of want to go to one. Find a cruise, right? Like icon of disease. Let's go. Book now. Okay, yeah. See, my math was quite spot on. $1,600 per person, but that is for 7 days. By the way, why are some Warhammer book collections like $300 in Amazon, like 3 books? Because they're not being printed anymore. I have some books which is worth like around that amount, and it's only because they're not being printed anymore. Oh, oh. I actually have these. I didn't know that. Oh, there we go. What is the best way? There we go. These are the books I recommend you to read about Skavens. They are so good. They're so fun. I haven't read them in a long time, but they're so nice. Huge fan. Have a lot of weird things. Shall we? No, I think that's it. I need to go be a husband and be an adult. I need to go buy chocolate so I can make cookies. I'm trying to make some cookies that are gonna taste like Snickers. So it's gonna be a peanut butter cookie, and then I made caramel earlier today. So I have a homemade caramel ready, and then I'm gonna go white chocolate, and then I'm gonna freeze down the caramel into small chunks. Then I'm gonna make the cookie dough, mix in all the chocolate, and then I'm gonna like flatten out the dough so I kind of have a little pancake. Then I'm gonna put the caramel in and then close the cookie, and then I'm gonna cook them so they will have a caramel center. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna mix in salted peanuts as well. That was the plan. Pointy for effect, because you know when you point, then it's serious. Okay, and that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by. Honestly, I am not gonna brag, but I make some of the best fucking cookies. I make amazing cookies, and yeah, they are insane. I will see if I can find a picture quickly. I'm just gonna show you how amazing my cookies are. I really like cooking and making my own food. So I have a lot of stuff. I wonder how far up I... Oh yeah, I also have an insane pancake recipe. Just gonna... Thing. This is fun. This one. This bad boy. No, 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 no. I know. I am a huge fan of my cookies. I am. But that's kind of the problem. So I'm gonna humble brag just for a minute. I've started trying to perfect my recipes and really make a lot of good food. And my problem is that now whenever I buy anything outside, I'm just kind of disappointed. Like, why did I pay €8 for this cookie or whatever? Like, I could have made it better at home. And it's really annoying. Like, I don't want to be disappointed every time I eat out. That's not a fun feeling. Yeah. And like my wife makes the best fried chicken, and you can get good fried chicken in Denmark. There's no places that sells good fried chicken. So yeah, so we are just in the problem that we care. Like, we really like cooking, and we have tried, like, we have done a lot of research and studies, get really good stuff, and we've succeeded. This is amazing. It tastes great. I also have a crazy pancake recipe, like apple crumble recipe. I have the craziest chocolate cake. Like, if you like chocolate, then like my chocolate cake recipe is gonna knock your socks off. It's so stupid. It's so good. Okay, gotta go. Gotta get chocolate. Gotta make Snickers cookies for tomorrow. But it's still experimental. It's the first time I make them, so I have no idea how they're gonna be. Hopefully amazing, but let's see. Thanks for dropping by. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.